This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Galactic Civilizations 3. You are the leader of a spacefaring civilization, where humans and aliens compete for domination of our galaxy. Conquer through culture, diplomacy, technology, or military force. How will you rule your galaxy?
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
I am one with the Force is with me. I am one with the Force is with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 0 Hour. How do we segue that?
Man, you don't even segue that. You just let that slide at the start of the video, and then you make people scroll back to see if it was real. That's how you do it.
Is this even a real life?
Is this a real cast? It is.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we do have Firestorm, i.e. Logica. He's going to be our yellow China Infantry.
And Sexie's going to be the GLA Stealth. This is our new uniform. We have 100 of these shirts. Not really, just the one. And yeah, we had these waiting in the mail for a while. Because the thing is, in Australia, whenever we buy something, and it comes from the USA generally, they take over a month to get here. So it gets to the stage where you buy multiple things, and then something comes in the mail, you have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, what is this? It's something you forget. You're like, oh yeah, I bought a shirt, didn't I? That's
Right,
cool.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, these are very cool. Making the machine for providing presents. It's always good. Love presents. Presents are a good thing. Sexy starting off with the standard 3 tunnel builds, and as with TD, you have 2 ridiculous demo cars in the middle.
Looking for something. You could get 1 truck.
He'll get 2 trucks. Ah, nice. Good stuff from Logica. Well played.
Damage control there, only losing 1 truck, rather than leaving it there and losing 2. And I think last time we casted, we were like, man, this could be the last time we cast 1.4 for a while, because heaps of 1.6 replays. I had problems getting some of those replays working to do with the maps, even though I installed the maps again. So we're kind of begrudgingly casting this game, but this is actually the replay of the week, so it should be a pretty epic one. It's okay, Blake, it's okay.
Just sad, man. Just sad. Love me some 1.6.
Did you get the highlighter and everything?
Bro, I did. I've got the highlighter
Nice.
ready to go. I wanted to use the ghetto scoreboard, but just can't do it. Save it for another cast. However, I do love minigunner mixing, and Logica with the very first outpost does have 2 minigunners inside it, so it's ready to go with those. Might just drop them off, look for caps. Potentially if it goes for the capture upgrade, pretty rare we see China's go for that. Might just be mixing to deal with the RPGs.
There is the backwards oil, so the capture is very strong, but it's just a matter of how quick it does hit tech. China Inf is probably the China which requires the prop center the least. China Inf can do very well without having any ECMs. They don't get overlords, so a lot of the times there isn't much point.
That was a very, very well played push by Logica. He forced Sexie out of the garrison, took the garrison to deny it, made sure the dragon tank was safe, and then firewalled from the side to deny too many RPGs from running in. That was pretty nice.
Sneaky try from Sexie, tried to get a terrorist out to blow up the dragon tank.
And we could see, okay, Sexie going to commit to this supply. It's probably a good move. He does have a bit of an overcommitment to these forward tunnel networks, putting a bit too much cash in one basket there. Dragon tank, will it get in range before the RPG pop? It's actually going to come from the left-hand side.
A lot of infantry, mass evac. Is he firewalling his own troops?
Kind of is.
Firewalling his own outposts. It's going to be a bit harder to push through now. Still has this dragon tank though. This is going to be important. It's getting healed slowly by the outpost. Looks like Sexie should be able to hold this one. Going for the oil derrick. Nice try. But there's actually the rebel v dragon tank. Oh, he's actually pretty close.
I swear
he's actually
wins.
close. Yeah, almost, Blake.
Very
How
close.
happy would you have been if that rebel actually
Dude,
won?
I couldn't even describe how happy I would have been if the rebel took out the dragon tank. However, still pretty dangerous infantry blob. 3 quads is going to be enough though. Nice try with the kiting. There are a few too many tank hunters to try that. It's actually going to be the cost of all of these quads. Shouldn't have tried to kite that one.
But that was such a clever play from Logica, because he knew the dragon tank was too weak to get any more tunnels, get the supply, get the barracks. There was too many RPGs nearby, so instead he cuts his losses and he goes for what he knows is vulnerable. Even if it was uncaptured, it still would have been worth it.
Yeah, and this Dragon Tank's still buying a hell of a lot of time. It's going to get a firewall off. Before
Oh,
this
wow.
quad gets in here, that's pretty nasty. Ah, if it gets this arms dealer, that could be brutal.
Does get taken out. The arm dealer should survive that one, but it gets all the workers down.
Nice. Arms dealer will survive. It doesn't go down to the hole. That means quad production is non-stop, and we already have behind this Logica going for his tech, has his propaganda center, has the Lotus out, has the ECMs as well, and a nice follow-up attack here after a brutal first one.
Yeah, pretty fast prop center. Lotus for the caps. Will have ECMs mixed in, so that will help him versus those RPGs. And 4th supply for Sexie, so he wants to go for a pretty high economy game. I do expect to see a late Palace as a result, but already 2 arms dealers.
Scout post going to be denied there on the right-hand side. Thanks for remembering where that one is, which is nice.
Oh, that all Derek was destroyed. Was that destroyed by Logica?
I'm not sure. We didn't see it go down, and potentially could have been a Dragon Tank on the right-hand side while we're watching the big engagement.
Can he get the building? No, okay. I thought he was going to try and cap that building, but given how many RPG troops were nearby, it wouldn't have lasted that long anyway. So, who do you think won that trade there?
It's fairly even. I'd say probably maybe just Sexie, but not very much. It's got to deny this.
Where's your minigunner, bro?
And that's why you mix minigunners, ladies and gentlemen. If you were wondering, that is the sole reason that you mix miniguns. Now, there are lots of reasons, but it's actually going to delay this push on the right-hand side for about half a second until your Super Lotus caps the artillery platform.
Nothing makes me more angry than my opponent capping an artillery platform. Oh man, this quad could take the Lotus out. Cancels the cap, but not quick enough. That was very close to recloaking. But the Lotus went down, and this arty platform still alive, still bombarding whatever he can.
He's too close. Yep, took out your own outpost. Oopsie. A mistake there from Logica. He's finally going to take out the arty platform. Should be able to pull this dozer back as well. Keep that one safe. Arty platform does go down, but it has prevented this push on the right-hand side by Logica.
This empty bunker always makes me so sad because it's the lost potential. How many quads could have that fortified bunker held off had it been garrisoned? But no, it was empty.
Kills 1 RPG though, so worth. I mean, what are fortified bunkers worth these days? Like 100? So
yeah, you're right. I think it's 400.
Yeah.
An RPG costs 300.
300. So.
So that's funny, right? The bunker pretty much paid itself off by killing 1 RPG.
Exactly.
I think it's 400. Maybe it's actually more than that.
It might
Maybe
be a
it's
little bit
500 or
more. Yeah, I think it
600.
might be 500, but
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
It is not expensive, and free mines. Never pass up free mines. Reinforced bunkers are the bomb. Another decent push. Loving the mix here. A lot of outposts. Too many outposts just getting each other's way. Having a couple of ACMs, the Dragon Tank mixed in. Small armies can do a lot as China Inf, so I'm digging it.
And he has to do a lot with his army here because the economy is going to be much better for Sexie given the 4 supplies, even despite that 1 oil difference.
Solid evac this time coming in from Sexie. Gonna deny the Dragon Tank.
So I wonder if Logica should go for Inferno cannons. I'm just seeing if he has anything along those lines.
We have an individual unit on the back left-hand side here for Sexie. Was it just a worker? Yeah, so Sneaky Tunnel going to be denied by Logica. Good stuff.
Good map awareness.
Yeah.
He must have his command center. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
See, if he didn't have his command center, I doubt he would have seen that. The radar. Oh, Jarman.
Jarman. Not going to be denied. Pretty quick recap.
Wow! Jarman died.
Yeah. He
Just-
tried to take out the infantry. Just a bit of an overcommitment there by Sexie thinking he could get all of the troops down before the outpost was recapped, which he didn't.
Big blow. Supply will go down. Maybe even a black market too. It is only the fake one, so it won't be a big loss.
Still a good push, and pressuring the economy is certainly what Logica needs to do at this stage in the game. Unfortunately, these outposts don't have any minigunners inside them, so one of the shells will be denied here. Minigunner mix is quite important.
Quad looking for some Chinooks to snipe, and he's like, oh wait, damn, wrong matchup.
Yeah, oopsie.
Not a good fight for the quads.
No. Especially if they start getting locked down. Oh, there we go. Palace starts to be garrisoned. I wonder where the RPG troops are. There are at least a couple inside. We'll prevent this push for now. This might be a point where we see Logica pull back and reinforce. There's several... Oh, this is going to be well timed. This is going to be a good push. We'll look at that carpet bomb coming in. He's trying to bait out a pop. Okay, no, it doesn't do that. Takes out the supply though, and double tunnel networks is going to be continuing this push. Actually pulls these ECMs back up the top as well. Keeps those alive.
So Jarman got out. Okay, let's see if multitasking's good enough. Oh, this terrorist! Oh man, that's 2 ECMs and an outpost. Logica must have been watching this army, despite having... Wait, there's no radar here.
Nope.
You see the radar upgrade. Yeah. Oh man.
Genius. Logica's that good. Jarman's still revealed here, and he's on a tunnel network to pop back into.
Good crushes there with the quad.
Yeah, that's nice. Jarman should die.
I do hear the pew pew pew, I think.
There's only 1 minigunner! I don't know. I don't think he went down there. I'm pretty sure he survived.
I doubt it.
So Lotus went for a cash deal on the supply, which is pretty cheeky given how big these engagements have been.
You're a cheeky Lotus, mate.
You're right, cheeky.
Cheeky Lotus.
Jarman goes for the flank and takes out the dragon tank.
So the Jarman did survive.
Oh, nice recap with the worker as well. Dragon tank's gonna be stolen away.
Oh,
and another Lotus as well, the counter!
Wow, let's see if the Lotus can actually get into the outpost. No, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, if the Lotus was gonna die, the Lotus could have got into the outpost to keep her alive. That would have been a cool play. Yeah. That would have been so cool, but it wasn't necessary anyway. And even in the outpost was weaker. I just thought of the potential for that, and that was cool. Okay, oh, there's a Jarman there though. Lotus, are you sure about this one? The Jarman doesn't get the shot off in time, and the pew pew pew, Jarman goes down.
Yeah, he actually took a shot at the outpost and then auto-acquired the infantry there, so it wasn't very well microed.
I say pew pew pew, but it's more like tink tink tink. Pew pew is like laser.
Yeah. And, this two-pronged attack, it's working out for Logica, and we have to remember Logica saw that worker on the bottom left-hand side without radar, so that's pretty impressive. So it's a nice two-pronged attack. It bought all the time. It meant Sexie couldn't pop from both tunnel networks at the time. He had to kind of combine his forces and defend off one of the attacks. He went for the one in the top left-hand corner, which meant the right one on his supply ended up failing.
Looks like we have hackers already. 3 of them moving towards an internet center, perhaps, or just looking for somewhere a little bit safer.
Yeah. Really, any position you're not likely to be randomly anthrax bombed is nice place to set up and
getting anthrax bombed.
It's the worst, isn't it? The worst. Well, I should get a shutdown here.
I love those long range shutdowns. Yeah. Look at that, I actually got it too.
It's like Superman AT grenade throws. It's like
yeah. In Company of Heroes, where you throw an AT grenade. What?
Just gonna chain shut it down.
I'm surprised she could start from that range though.
Actually, you're right. I have no idea.
How is she? It's probably bugged out.
It's either max range or because it's already shut down or something that it is bugged out. I don't know.
Because I don't think Lotus can normally shut that far, as in to start off the disable.
It's kind of useless. This is probably the equivalent. Nice mind drop as well. Going to be landing on the middle tunnel and denying a bit of mobility. It's kind of useless micro as well because you don't need to disable it that much. It's just like microing your workers at the start of StarCraft 2 when you don't need to. So.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Apart from StarCraft 1 where you actually need to
that, yeah.
you need to manually select the mineral patch for them, and you need to queue them, rally them every time you build one because you can't rally onto minerals by default. It's warm up your hands, you know. Like. Anyway, Jarman. Back on the field.
Nice snipe. And an instant recap as well from Logica, which is nice. But he doesn't have any minigunners. There are no minigunners with this army. So just gets the reveal in the tunnel, which gives Sexie inadvertently the key cue on where the Lotus is actually playing from. But she can probably still get a cash steal here if she decides to go for that.
Yeah, but given the Jarman, it might be worth just going straight for the cat to force the sell. Zingers with the cash steal is it's only good if you know that you can get it multiple times, because if you only do it once and then you get forced off, then you haven't denied much mining time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I cancelled it.
Yeah.
Reveals the Jarman.
Knew the Jarman was coming in, so does avoid it. There's no radar van popping out of one of these arms dealers for Sexie. Angry mobs, cool, cool. Can put some decent pressure down onto the China infantry.
Should be a radar van any moment now.
Yeah, you would think so. Jarman's just scouting out to see where Lotus is, just by filling out the max range of the detection. Stealth probably has the best time in dealing with Lotus. Stealth tunnels give you a good idea where she's coming from.
Oh!
Whoa!
What happened there?
Scan, must have been a radar van scan. You don't actually see them, but yeah, it was
Yep.
radar van scan. Nice.
You can't see the icon
Yep.
because of our faces, but it's there. Okay, Inferno Cannon's a good choice.
Especially with the Blake Napalm. Makes those firestorms just that little bit easier, and an excellent choice for Logica to try and clear out this hole Sexie has on the left-hand side of the map.
Third supply now for Logica, but he's actually mined out the right side because Sexie had it for a while, so there wasn't that much left.
It's pretty odd.
What?
Decides to take the fight there. Sexie threw away a few quads.
Oh yeah.
There's a carpet bomb coming in as well. Not sure where that carpet bomb's heading. Just for a black market, hey, deny the economy.
Oh, I have MiGs.
Migs, but it wasn't enough to take out the battle bus, and there goes the prop center.
Wow, look at all these
Oh
hackers.
no!
Did he actually kill his own
killed
hacker?
his own. Oh no, there's gonna be nothing against this battle bus. Both the MiGs are gonna go down.
Right next to the internet
that's
center
gonna be
as
airfields.
well. You should probably evac these, because I think... Oh no, never mind, no. Because I think when they evac, they have a short delay until they cloak.
Jarman gets a full snipe combo off. This battle bus needs to go down. There are no MiGs up.
Yeah, okay, no, he
Hackers are
evacs.
evacing. Jarman's having a field day.
Oh wow, he loses 4 of them, but the rest have recloaked now.
It's a lot of the late game economy. Firestorm's gonna have to keep pushing up this left side, but at the moment he's on damage control. He needs to put some pressure on that forward command center, and the mines actually pop out. Genius from Logica. Jarman was standing in the place where the mines were gonna come up, and the mines go down, Jarman goes down.
But that was okay, because there's plenty of hackers left. It's 9 hackers. Looks like more than Sexie has in black markets. I don't think he has any. Oh, there's 1.
And there's a command center going down as well.
So this should be okay. You should hold here.
Yeah, one minigunner's going to snipe down all of these RPGs as well. There's the veteran C3 that we love to see. Most of the, as you say, Machine, most of the hackers surviving with that recloak. But Logica still has a really decent army pushing up this left-hand side. All these black markets are going to go down.
Okay, so that was really clever. So the random angry mobs, what it did is actually it made the MiGs waste their payload on the angry mobs. So then the battle bus came through and it caught the MiGs at a timing where they had to reload, and as a result, the airfield went down, the MiGs went down, the internet center went down too. So that's a cool little idea, is if you're gonna use some battle buses aggressively, if you preface that with some angry mobs, then you could catch your opponent off guard.
So this could be turning into a bit of a base race machine. Both of the support players from Logica are going to be blown on the palace. There's the carpet bomb as well, going to be enough to finish that off. That will allow the push to continue, but Sexie has a decent amount of quads. As we saw, he's been quite active in the middle, actually been shut down by an EMP bomb.
Yeah, it was an EMP, but there's a Jarman and 2 quads defending, so these quads should be able to un-EMP themselves.
It's going to buy some time. Forward tunnel network's really nice as well from Sexie. It's good to see. Does Logica pull back at this stage? Or does he deny the production and then pull back? What's the play?
We know the age-old proverb, the don't base race a GLA.
Yeah.
Depends on how many tunnels there are. There's plenty of tunnels, especially against a GLA stealth. It's even harder than a regular GLA. And
Oof.
yeah, he may have to defend this one because there are hackers, and so there is like game economy for Logica, but not for Sexie. So he doesn't have to close this one out now. But the thing is does he know that? You know, does he think there's black markets around the map somewhere else? He's slowly building up an army of defense.
Yeah, if nothing else is buying time, this is smart from Sexie there. Just pulls the quads. didn't have access to the German
dude.
snipe.
The hackers can actually disable vehicles.
Yeah.
Because they're super hackers. But disabling quads
The
is...
range thing, man. Yeah, disabling quads is they're not quite as fast as Lotus. Wow, Angry Bob's gonna demolish the artillery here from Firestorm, from Logica. That's actually a really intelligent
what?
choice. Hackers are gonna be revealed and shut down by the radar van.
I'm still waiting for someone to actually use the hacker disable. Preferably even just the vanilla hackers with the disabled building. That would be so cool.
Yeah, still a difficult push coming in here from Logica. How much cash is he floating up at this stage? He has a lot of hackers. He's spending his cash. German Kill's gonna be revealed. He's actually pushing up the north here.
Oh, is this an Anthrax
There's
bomb?
the Anthrax bomb as well. Gonna be dropping down, denying the remainder of these outposts. As it turns out, Logica should have pulled his army back, and he doesn't, and he's gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
Three ECMs do not take out a base.
How many ECMs do you need to take out a base?
Nah, it's a lot.
At least 20, right?
At least 20.
Like,
At least 20 ECMs.
well, once you get 20 ECMs, just the intensity is too much and it just melts the structures.
And at the same time, we actually see Sexie inadvertently run into a firestorm. We saw a recap from Logica onto that dragon tank in the instant firestorm while the quads were moving and German snipe not available. So they're going to be denied, which means less units available for Sexie. I don't know how many more he has.
I don't think that hacker wants to be there. He's being revealed. I don't know if that's by the tunnel.
It's not a place you want to... Oh, it's a nice mine drop. Evacs back inside the internet center. He's going to be safe from German in there. I don't know how many quads are left.
If he takes this dragon tank, he could actually clear the mines, but he may kill his own tunnel in the process. Yeah, this outpost doesn't have much of a chance here. Maybe it's worth denying the empty outpost.
Yeah. That doesn't know what he caps here. I don't know if that's a mistake maybe from German.
I think I
By
was...
the way, the tunnel network's going to go down. We still have one more recap available.
Look,
Oh, the deny!
he's trying to take it. Oh, no, he
Smart.
couldn't. Whoa! The worker actually gets it too. Because earlier, just then, the German actually got a deker on the outpost, but it was the instant recap. And the dragon tank will be able to take this command center out. That's very important, because that will deny the next round of general's powers.
Certainly will. Pushing a couple of dragon tanks will be pushing up north, but it is an active German on the side of Sexie that it's saving his butt every time. MiGs could be a good choice with those active outposts moving around, revealing the German. MiGs are the ideal way to take him out.
I don't even think it's for MiG. Oh no, it is for MiGs because of the RPGs. I was gonna say, is it actually for a Gatling Helix? Because then he can reveal the German. He can take the German out. He can take out these dragon tanks, which is gonna be a real problem.
Yeah, this is an issue.
The problem is it's German, but of course the bunker helix is always a good. Oh no, he's inf. You can't get Gatling helixes.
Yeah.
All you can get is the assault helixes with the 8 bunkers. Aha. Good thing I covered myself there. Otherwise there would have been an angry horde of internet comments. It'd be like, you noob, don't you know that?
It'd be all of Logica's hackers telling you.
Yeah. People get so mad when we forget something like really trivial. All right, this is Chocker Block.
Right, it is machine. It is indeed Chocker Block. Right, so it's a lack of quads. The thought process here for Logica is German can't snipe my helix when it's in the air at least. So it's a smart way to deny the remaining buildings coming in here. From
you have to qualify that statement.
Yeah.
So long as the helix is in the air, because it has happened before. I was wondering if he was gonna ferry his hackers somewhere really remote, just so there isn't a random radar van scan plus German to kill them all. Like
this is a
here,
good spot.
Is
You
it
never
though?
expected as well because it's right next to a tunnel.
Well, but if you evac a radar van, you may accidentally find the hackers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say somewhere over here,
Yeah.
or like even further, like here, but I don't know. Anyway, it would have been cool. I just there's all these cool things that I wish we would actually see. Anyway, the rebel phases through the outpost.
Yeah.
Do you think he's looking to cap the garage?
Maybe. Possible.
I wonder if it actually heals the helix. Doesn't look like the helix is being healed by that.
But taking out the quad production, this is major. It needs to snipe this arms dealer. That's the main thing, machine. Stop the quad production. There's going to be another quad there. Just take it down to the hole, then you can deal with the other quad.
Wow,
Yes, nicely played. Take it out.
He actually took the oil. Sexy. So he has some income. That and, of course, the cash bounty. He has not much cash left, so he can't rebuild this arms dealer. but he doesn't need an arms dealer when he has 2 dragon tanks. Oh, is he using the disable? Yes!
Yeah!
It finally has happened, and it actually worked briefly, and it may save this airfield.
It's gonna save the airfield.
I'm happy now, Blake. We've seen it. We
That's the
finally
dream.
have witnessed the swag hacker disable of the vehicles.
Do you see that pitiful range though as well?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, man.
But it would have been enough if it wasn't for that double dragon tank. If there were 2 hackers, for
Yeah.
example.
So it's a last-ditch effort here.
It was actually pretty close,
Trucks
too.
are going to be moving up. Jarman's been revealed. The outpost can hunt this one down. The Helix should just start auto-firing on the entrance to the tunnel so Jarman can't evac.
Yeah, I don't think it would work that well.
I doesn't know where the tunnels are, actually.
If it was wounded, perhaps. So this dozer's still alive. It's probably the last dozer, too.
Yeah, look at these. The trucks are going to move in to reveal the networks, because the tunnel networks will auto-require the trucks. And that means he just has to move trucks around the map, and the Helix can take out the tunnels, because the tunnels will auto-require the trucks as they move in. And they're useless. That's really intelligent play. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's not going to use the trucks or anything. There are no more supplies left on the map. The trucks go around. They hunt down the tunnel networks. You can't hold fire on tunnel networks, and eventually they'll get taken out here.
I'm so glad you can't hold fire. Because otherwise it would be impossible to close the game out. Yeah, that's great. As you say, there's no supplies left. The entire map. This rarely happens that there are no supplies left whatsoever.
There's the carpet bomb and the arty strike coming down. Take out the oil. Take out the last production structure as well, and that's going to be the GG from Sexie.
Well, that was a cool game.
victorious.
We saw hackers
Hacker shut
disabling
down!
dragon tanks. We saw some next level plays with the trucks. So that's the thing with Zero, right? This game is so old, and yet we are always surprised. Actually, what I love as well is when you cast these high level games, the supplies are collected, unless there's a USA involved, that often skews it. But generally, you will see the supplies collected being so even.
Yeah.
Because the players, they're just so good that they keep up with their opponents. So yeah, that was a cool game. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. If you did, then make sure you have us followed on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with all of our updates and all of our content. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon.
Thanks for joining us.